Hey guys, Michael Gilchrist with Living on Dialysis and Blind Chick Living. We are traveling to Vegas, so we are packing our stuff. And as you know, if you do home medical, it is extremely important to make sure that you have every single piece of equipment, because if you miss one piece of equipment, it may make it so you can't do treatment. So I'm going to show you guys the long OCD involved process, the modified process, because every time we travel, I figure something else out new. So if you have questions, just throw them down there or click the like button, or I don't know what you do, just that thing or whatever. All right, so I'm going to go through my list with you guys. And like I said, it's a long drawn out process, but I promise, if you travel with medical, make a list. Here is my list. Okay. And I'll show you my other lists as well. Okay, anytime you travel with medical, have a doctor's note. Have a doctor's note of why you are taking what you're taking, okay? Because some airlines, we prefer Delta because they work with us really well with Moose and all that stuff. And so Delta's just been awesome. So we use them. But there is a doctor's note. There is Moose's paperwork. There is the FDA paperwork for taking home medical with you. They cannot charge you, and they have to take it. There's rules with it. It has to be under 99 pounds, but I even have that laminated, because no matter what, especially if you're taking a big dialysis machine, they are going to say, no, you can't do that. FDA says you can, okay? So I always have that, and it's laminated. And then this is the FDA paperwork question and answer, because they're going to ask, may I carry required a passenger fee to carry a portable dialysis machine on board an aircraft or baggage compartment? Answer, section 382.331A. Basically, no, you cannot. It may have to be stored underneath the aircraft, but here's the answer. Okay, so I always have that stuff laminated in my bag, because who knows what'll happen. Then I always have my green straps. They're to tie all my stuff together when I'm going through the airport. And I might as well show you guys this while I'm at it. I am having supplies delivered to Vegas, but we're leaving on Saturday. The delivery company doesn't deliver on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm taking one treatment with us. Okay, so that's 6 bags. And God forbid, one pop or something like that. I can modify treatment, so I'm not worried about that. And we are going to be doing treatment tonight, right before we fly out. So God forbid, if something happens, she can wait till Monday. We don't want to, and that's why we're taking this stuff with us. So, but use the space you got provided. Okay, here is one of the boxes. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to label it, last name, confirmation number. There is a cassette. I'm going to need one, so it's in there. Here is a backup cassette, in case something happens to that one. And it all fits in the box. Then I have my line organizer, the new one, the WS309. Do not use the 308. Okay, as you can see, these are the old bags. The new lines fit on the old and new bags. The old lines only fit on the old bags. Okay, so that goes in there. Then saline, and that's all gonna go in the box. Tape it up, write my name, write the confirmation number, flight number, 1 of 3. Okay, easy, easy, easy. All right, so now go through the list with me, and I will show you. All right, let me set you guys up, and I'll show you how I pack the bag at the same time. So I'm gonna actually put you right over here so you can see. Does that work? Nah, put you over here. As you can see, I don't do this very often, but we'll make it work. All right, I have my hard case. This is for all of the breakable stuff that being tumbled down the conveyor belt could get damaged. My heater is in there. Pretty much, it's what I can fit in there, but my heparin pump will go in there. My lead sensor will go in there. The really expensive stuff that may get damaged goes in there. And then these stuff will go in my duffel bag, but it's crush-proof cases that I pay Tetris with. And when I check that stuff in, you'll see. All right, so we're gonna go one by one and show you my list. So here we go. And on my list, you can see that my OCD kicks in. It is first check off, second check off, put in the luggage. Because what I do is I'll lay it all out, I'll check it, make sure it's all there. Then I'll have somebody come behind me, usually Christina, but sometimes not. No, we don't want a co-host. And then when it goes in the bag, it gets checked as well. So, go with me on my OCD. Here we go. All right, first thing, cyclo power cord. That is right here. Checky. Power strip. Right here. Check. Heparin pump cord. I'm not doing that because we're going to do treatment tonight, so I'm not checking that one off. When I put it in here, I will. Heparin, okay? I need heparin, so I'm going to go get it real quick. See, and this is why we have the list. Here's my heparin. Throw it in there. Throw it in there. And as you can see, I have my crush-proof case. This has everything that's in my burritos for treatment. So God forbid this get lost, I can still do treatment with all of that stuff. So, heparin can be checked off. Red stents with cord, we're going to do that after treatment tomorrow morning before we leave to the airport, so that'll get checked off later. iPad, that'll get thrown in because we're going to use it for treatment. Alright. Pole holder and warmer line. Pole holder, right here. Check it off. Pole. And I know it's chaos, but it's organized chaos. My pole holder, right there. So that can get checked off. Okay, heater with power cord. Right here. I can pack it because I'm not hanging bags tonight. Pole, power cord. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. Go ahead and put the power cord in there. And as you can see, a blanket, an amazing person from our group made us. I use this as padding. So I'll line that there. Okay, then, drain lines. Another crush-proof case. I have more treatments because we're having stuff delivered there. So I have more line organizers, the green octopus, and then drain lines. I only bring 2 because I'm going to be using the same one the entire time. It's just going to go straight to the toilet. So I don't need a bunch. But I have those in there. Okay. So, green octopus. Yep. Let's see, cassette filter holder. That is this thing. Okay. That is just going to go sliding right in there. Okay. Cassettes. Okay, we're having cassettes delivered and I have 2 of them taken. So I actually have in here, if we're traveling and I'm not having it delivered, I'm putting it in the car. I actually put how many I have. I have 1 case being delivered. And of course, my pen isn't working anymore. Jeez, you guys get the lucky one. All right, then hanging bags. As you can see, I have them lined out, and we have some being delivered, so that can be checked off. Hey, line holder. Okay, line holder. That is right here. Line holder. Okay, this clips on Christina when she's doing treatment. Keeps the lines in place. So, if you don't have one of those, have it. Hey, Pedro, how you doing? Okay. Then, saline. You saw that I had saline in there. And then I also have saline right here. I know, it seems like a lot, but I promise it's organized chaos. Okay. This was just a cheap thing I found in my parents' basement. It's kind of crush proof, but the saline is pretty strong. And I have more than enough saline in there. I always have that full, because God forbid I pop a bag or something like that. Christina was at Vegas with some of her friends. She popped 2 of these. Mostly because she's blind. And yeah, but mostly because I wasn't anywhere close, so I almost had to get in my car and drive, 700 miles to get her some saline. But we were able to find some people down there, got it taken care of. Not a big deal. So, that is the saline. Okay, and then the saline holder. That's that. Saline holder goes on the machine. Okay, check it off, check it off. Burritos. Okay, I comment all the time on my burritos. Okay, we're going to be doing 3 treatments down there. I'm having 3 treatments actually delivered, but that's for 1 treatment just in case she wants to do another one. So, I have 4 burritos in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll probably hide another one somewhere in all of this stuff because I like to have an extra. I'll probably just stick it in there. I like to have an extra just in case something happens to something in here. But again, if anything happens, yeah, I am recording live. What's up?
Sorry.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, TikTok.
Hi, guys.
Good. All right. I have everything in here that's in the burritos, so anything happened to this, we can still do a couple treatments. I can't stop. I'm doing live. What's up?
I was just wondering, how many days do I have to have work clothes for?
3.
3. Okay.
3 days of the conference, so I'm sure you're not going to want to wear the same outfit twice.
Yeah. No.
So the conference, 3 days, 3 outfits.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted.
That's okay. They love you more than me. All right, the bag of missed surprise. That is this. Okay. I just make sure that everything's in here. It has also some extra stuff, my allergy pills, CBC changings, pretty much anything I need to do medical-wise for Christina, it is all in there. And it's important, so I'm going to actually go over it with you because it really is that important of what we have. Okay, I have syringes. And again, everything that's in this box is usually in my burrito treatments except for CBC changes. CBC changes, if you don't know what a CBC is, it's your catheter goes straight to your heart. Some dialysis patients have it. Some have fistula, some have graft. Christina has a CBC. That can be a totally separate subject, but we can talk about that later. Okay, we got syringes. That is to administer the heparin as well. Okay, on my blood sense, it takes a syringe and it gives her a slow drip throughout the entire treatment because we do nocturnal. Okay, then we have some hand sanitizer, just because. Oh my, oh, okay. Then we have lead sense, my thermometer, so that when we do treatment, these are just some blue pads that we put underneath the CBC when we're hooking up for treatment, because hey, blood's gonna happen, so drips on that. Then I got some extra gloves, heparin, CBC caps. Okay, if something happens, well, I need to clean a CBC or whatever, extra caps. All right, then, okay, this is just a generic bottle that has pain reliever. Okay, Hey, she's in pain sometimes, so extra pain reliever. Then, allergy pills, okay? She has a dog. There's hair all over this stuff. So, my allergies don't like it. So, I always have that. Then, alcohol pads, gauze. One of the most important things is a tool, okay? This has a screwdriver, pliers. Anytime that you don't need the Hulk twist on some of these lines is when you don't have this. So always have it. Then we have that, okay? That is the line connector in case we need an extra. A line organizer, okay? If you don't have one of these, I suggest you get one. They're really good. Then puke pills, okay? Nausea pills. We always have extra of those. To clean her CVC, chloroquine. Then we have tachyderm, extra saline in case she needs a push or anything like that, and then masks. Okay, so that is my we might need it box. Okay, so I'll close this up. I really like this case. It used to have my tools, and it's tough as hell. I could throw this across the room. It doesn't really matter. And this goes in the duffel bag, so even if the duffel bag is soft, nothing's happened to that thing. All right, so we have that. Extra supplies. CVC changes, they're in there. Blood pressure cuff. Excellent. Blood pressure cuff, okay? This is actually a new one that I just picked up. I can't get it to connect to the machine for some reason, but it's that nice little portable one. It's battery charged, and yeah, so it's on there. All right, then I might as well show you that. This is to hold the dialysate. Okay, there's that. Like I said, I got a whole bunch of these crush-proof cases. I can't even remember where I got them, but I got like a dozen of them because I'm dumb and I've ordered a whole bunch of stuff. But hey, I'm using them. So there's that box, my burrito box, my saline box. Okay, and we'll keep going down the list because I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, thermometer. It's in there. I showed it to you. Scale. Okay. Scale. Okay, this is the other blanket that really awesome lady made for us. I use that to wrap some stuff, okay? Also, word of caution, when you go traveling with medical, you don't want it turned on, but you don't want to lose your batteries, so flip them, put them back in. Won't turn on. Yeah, I know, all of you guys are going like, oh my God, he's a genius. Yeah, do it with your blood pressure cuff too. I know, smart as hell. Okay, and this will actually go in my duffel bag. And God forbid if that breaks, I don't really care. Because usually in a hotel, in the gym, they have a scale. But whatever. All right, so scale, done. Sanitizer, I showed it to you. Blankets, okay, I use them to wrap up my stuff. So we always have extra blankets. Because in the hotel, some hotels have amazing blankets, some don't. And when you're doing dialysis, sometimes you get chilled. So, I always have extra blankets. Pliers, I showed it to you. Collet for the cycle. I actually don't need that anymore because I have wheels that click onto my case. And when I pack that case up tomorrow morning, I'll show you guys. But, awesome case. Yeah. Screwdriver pin, okay? Counts as my tools, so I have that. Straps for carrying, I showed you. These, okay, if I am tired, these are so amazing. You can change them and change the length to whatever you want. I'll put it on my neck and I'll use it to lift stuff. Okay, right now my back is, I probably did a little too much before we planned on leaving, and my back is, I'm old. So that helps a lot, and it helps just to pick up the machine and place it places, so that's awesome. Okay, so then I have at the bottom my OCD, Moose's bag, Christina's meds, Michael's meds, and phone charger. Okay, that's all in my bag right now. My bag's over there, so I'm gonna check all that stuff off. except for Christina's meds, because I need to make sure that we have that. All right, now I am going to put it all away. So you guys can see how I play Tetris with all of this stuff. Okay, all this stuff has to fit in here. I'm gonna actually lift it up. Okay, this is just a Pelican case, 1050. It's a nice little small one. So it works really good. Okay. This, I'll show you guys. And I know it seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but we're able to do everything everybody else does, and that's all that matters. Okay, I'll take this. Just lay it in there. Then my line filter holder, I'll actually put underneath all this stuff. Put it over there on the side. Okay, and then this is very important. This goes on the bottom of the machine to hold the pole wherever you're going to be going. That's enough. And then, like I said, always have extra outlets because you never know how many you're going to need or want. Okay. That one there. There. And remember, the heparin pump and the iPad is going to go in here too. So, the iPad will go right there, the heparin pump right there. Okay, and there's that. Has my name, phone number on it. That case is done. Now, let's do the duffel bag. Do you need an opinion or something?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, what do you think? Is that sexy as hell or what?
I usually don't do long sleeve. So, what do you think, Mike?
It's cute, sexy.
You like it?
Yeah.
I'm not going for sexy. Responsible and mature.
And sexy. You're going for sexy a little bit. That's why you bought the shit.
Maybe.
All right, you look great.
Thanks, man.
All right, I might as well go see if anybody had any questions or anything. Nope, doesn't look like they do. So, we will keep going. All right, now, my duffel bag. There was an organized chaos to everything I do. I was really good at that game Tetris. It's gonna show right now. So, we will actually set you right here so you can see the bottom view of my duffel. All right. This, put in the side bags. My list and my marker go in the front pockets, so I always have it. I actually zip that up. Okay. This goes in there. I have a little bag to help me carry shit around. This is my green octopus and drain lines. I always have way too many, but I need it because what if? Then my burritos go in there. And this gets shoved in there. Okay. Perfect. Then I'll show you guys what I have on this side. So it's my business card, so if anybody wants to get a hold of us, I'll show you guys. Okay, living on dialysis. Hashtags, you can find us anywhere. Blind Check Living, just Google Blind Check Living, you'll find us. Then, if Christina wants to go swimming, Cath Dry Global, use these. They're amazing. They make them for PD catheters, CVCs. They're amazing. Use them. cathdryglobal.com. Okay, we always have extras. And the cool thing is they have a little indicator around the access, and it starts to turn pink if it does get wet. So you know to get immediately out and clean it and fix it. We always have extras of those. Puke bag. If you do dialysis, you know you need one of those. Okay, then this. My dad made me this. This is a 3D printed line organizer for the toilet. This sits right on the bowl of the toilet, and the line, whoop, okay, keeps it in the toilet. Because if you've ever tried to put it in the toilet and it slipped out, yeah, not good. It's like Christina pisses everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so let's finish. Put that that's what's in that pocket. See if there's anything else that I have hiding in here. Okay. So we'll zip that up, because that's done. Okay, then an extra modem. Okay, I say an extra modem because mine broke and I needed another one. So they sent me one and I was able to fix the other one. So I have an extra. Don't tell anybody. Then I have my surprise. And I talk funny, so it was that joke. No, I won't do it. Okay, then my scale goes in there. Then that goes right in there. And this, my red sense will actually fit right there. And that fits right there. And like I said, it's a whole Tetris thing. And there we go. Alright, we need to judge another one of Christina's dresses.
Last one.
Alright.
What do you think?
What do you guys think? Sexy, sexy.
Which one was better?
I like that one better because it shows you cleavage.
Oh.
Is that what we're going for?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Well,
Which one is more responsible looking?
I think they're both fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neither you prefer? Well, you prefer this one.
Yeah, either one.
Thank you.
Alright, so that is my duffel bag. Let's see if there's anything in this one. I usually always have extra shit laying around. Yep, another strap just in case. Because when I'm piling all this stuff through the airport, I'll use one of those straps and strap everything together so it doesn't fall. And I'll show you guys that at the airport. So, I know this is a long post, but I hope you guys have learned something. I will post this on all my other social medias, but Pelican cases, get them. And they don't have to be expensive, okay? I picked this one up at a garage sale. I have another one upstairs that Christina doesn't know about that I bought, because I've bought way too many of them. But I have another one just like this, to where if I needed it for sailing, I got it. And then I also picked up these locks, and I won't show you the com because it is what it is, okay? I picked up a whole bunch of these. So, all case is always locked up and secure. And it's a TSA lock, so they can open it if they want. And they always open up my machine one. So, in a couple hours, when we're gonna leave for the airport at 5 a.m. because we have to get there at 6. Our flight doesn't leave till 9, but we have learned to eat breakfast or whatever meal at the airport, because if shit's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, okay? If there's ever problems, it's gonna happen when you have a time limit. So we always plan on relaxing in the airport. Sometimes we're relaxing for about 2 hours. We'll get some coffee, we'll get some lunch, dinner, whatever, put our feet up, and just wait to enter the flight, because nothing's worse than traveling with hundreds of pounds of equipment and getting stuck at TSA or getting stuck in traffic. And Murphy's Law, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen when you have to be somewhere. So, thanks guys, you guys are awesome. And I guess hit that like button, whatever that means. But we are going to Vegas tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be a blast. See you guys. Well, let's see if anybody had any questions. Okay, all right. See you guys. Let's see if I know how to turn this thing off. Oh, there we go. And